We haven't even started harvesting, and this week is already a disaster. We are currently starting into our 4th extreme heat warning heat wave of the year, which is crazy. And every time these heat waves come in, that means that all the smoke from the surrounding forest fires get pushed down into our valley. Extreme, harsh, unbreathable, don't go outside smoke. Our sales have been down. We didn't make $1,000 at our last market. And I think a big reason for that is our town is having a huge COVID outbreak, and they're telling tourists to stay away, which is one of our big sales outlets in the summer. We sell a lot to tourists, and if they're not here, we can't sell to them. All of that would be fine, except for our air conditioner, which cools our walk-in cooler, broke. So now we can't even harvest ahead of time. We have to do all of our harvesting as close to market as possible.
It's not all bad, Serena. We got the employee back.
That is true. Essential, more essential than the walk-in cooler. So the plan is today, Thursday, we harvest all the flowers, and then Friday, the day before market, all hands on deck. Everyone is on veggie harvesting, and we try to find the coolest ways possible to let it last through the heat wave until market.
Good.
And we're from the flower hat.
You going to see the queen?
No.
I'm out here picking the zinnias right now, but they are really starting to slow down. We don't normally see them do this until into September, but this year the weather's just been crazy. We just have a million grasshoppers here. We really struggle with grasshoppers. And what they do is they come and they eat the plants and they get disease in the plants. I'm a little nervous because we're only halfway through August, and ideally I like to have these until the end of September. That's my boy. Next year we might have to succession plant the zinnias. Have 2 plantings. Throw it in the bucket for me, Ian. What do you want to see next, Ian?
Sunflowers.
Sunflowers.
The weeks go by so fast, it just seems like, just when you're getting recovered from the farmer's market, you got another one coming right away. So here we are on the eve of another farmer's market. And I was just thinking about all the different customers that I sell bouquets to, because I was talking to Serina about this. And I've kind of got everybody stereotyped into these little categories. So one of the major categories, probably the biggest consumer of our bouquets, no surprise here, middle-aged women, kind of give or take a few years on either side of that. And they usually are just buying for themselves. They know what they like, they see it, and then they're just like, okay, which one do I want to pick out? And, easy sale, right? Another is the dad with kid buying for mom. This one is like all the time. And it usually goes like this. The dad sees the flowers and he tells the kid, why don't you go pick a bouquet for mom? Again, another easy sale. A multi-sale situation is when groups of young women, you know, say 3 different girlfriends in their 20s, all come to buy bouquets. They see them, one of them kind of catches their eye, and then other ones see things that they like, and they all end up kind of going away with one for themselves. And like finally, like another kind of like major category would be a couple buying a bouquet together for, you know, like their place. There was a funny one the other day where a guy came with his wife and his mom, and his wife saw a bouquet and she's like, ooh. And then his mom saw a bouquet and she was like, ooh. And he was like, this one's on me. You guys just, you know, pick out bouquets that you want. And then the mom was like, I want 2 bouquets. And then the wife was like, I want 2 bouquets too. And then I was like, that's $80, you know, just putting it out there. And then he was like, what? I offer to pay, and then you guys instantly like order the lobster on the menu. It was just funny. And then the wife was like, okay, I'll just get 1. But mom was like, no, I'm getting 2.
It's exciting walking down towards the sunflowers because this year, I think this was our 4th succession of sunflower planting. We've been planting sunflowers every 2 weeks since the beginning, and they're budding up. You know, it's fun to see that I always have more sunflowers. Don't those look great too?
Yeah, they're all looking nice.
I know, but not as good as the ones down here, which are open and flowering and beautiful. We got classic sunflowers this week. Look at these, aren't they fun with the dark centers? And then we also have the lighter colored centers. And check out this white one, this like oversized, massive white one. How about that for a bunch?
That's great.
Let's get these in the outbuilding and I'll show you all the work that we've gotten done so far today. I need to show off one more thing because my lettuce is at the perfect point for harvesting. So I need to show you all how good it is because I'm sure there was some non-believers. These are the bolted lettuce at the perfect point for being used as filler. Look at that. Isn't that funky and cool? It's almost got like a seaweed look to it. Let's get these into some water in a room full of flowers. I think that this is green burst, starburst. You know, these are cool though. These aren't what it should look like because it should look more like this.
They all look good.
Fun stuff. And look, all the amaranth. 1 million amaranth.
Being lazy?
Waiting for you. It's Friday afternoon and we are working away on getting the vegetables ready for the market tomorrow. I was hoping a little bit for a miracle, so the first thing I did when I got out today was I retried the air conditioner and no walk-in cooler. The air conditioner's broken. There's no walk-in cooler. But we have another air conditioner ordered. Should be here next week, so we should have a solution for when that happens. We have been using some of our old school techniques. We are putting stuff into coolers with ice packs, and we have cleaned out our fridge. The stuff that really needs to be in the fridge is going in there for the day. We have stuff like our peppers that, you know, really do better if they get cooled down. But a lot of our stuff because we're not doing, you know, all of our greens have basically died from all this like crazy heat wave weather that we're getting. So we don't have any lettuce, we don't have any Swiss chard, we don't have any kale, all those things that are always a struggle to get without the cooler, we're not even bothering with. So this is going quite well. I was waiting for this. He knows what's happening. Is this what you want, Bo? Do you want in the air-conditioned room?
It's cooler in here.
He normally comes right again. We have picked our eggplants. We got lots of our Asian eggplants. We got all of our baskets of cherry tomatoes ready for Ian. And we have this in the cool room, just not cooking away in the sun. So this will keep fine until tomorrow. And then we have all of the flowers. There's a few more things I want to pick, but we're getting pretty close to where I want. Last night, to get a little bit of a head start on bouquet making for tonight, I got 10 bouquets done. So, you know, that's pretty good. We like to go down with at least 40 to the market. So I'm 25% of the way to bouquet completion. The employee is hard at work getting the carrots finished up for the market, and I am on my way to go finish picking all the zucchinis, and then I can pretty much get on to the flowers. So let's get to it. Got a monster here. Big baby. These zucchinis are getting really overgrown. There's so much leaves in here, it's hard to get in there to pick them all. Yep. Oh, I got a good one. Oh no! It looks so good. Oh, I found the perfect one. Absolute perfection. Oh, another nice one.
They're all covered in ash.
I know. Monster alert! Monster alert! Whoa, this one might be the biggest. Okay, prize winner. Well, this zucchini patch is definitely telling me I've been neglecting it too much. I need to be picking this a lot more often because all there really was in there is these big monsters. And we like to have a few, but we also like to have something other than monster zucchinis because there's only so many of these we can sell.
Look at the size of this thing. I don't even know where it appeared from.
Oh, two friends smiling in the field together.
There's a big fire that's still raging somewhat close by, and it's been raining ash down all over the farm. So far, we haven't had any problems with our flowers getting too dirty to sell, but they are getting some ash on them. And it is a thing that, you know, your flowers can get so dirty that they're not sellable.
This guy's not as happy as our other friend over there. Let's go get those flowers! Very exciting. This week, there's amaranth, more than just the brown stuff. My green tassels are finally long enough to be picking. My coral fountains are starting to get some nice color. Still a couple weeks until my red one is doing anything, but it's exciting to have all these amaranth options. This patch of amaranth here is actually my, oh no, disaster, my amaranth isn't working patch. I planted direct seed amaranth, you know, perfect time. Super happy. I planted 1 million. I had all these plans to have a field of amaranth, and it just didn't grow. I still don't 100% know what I did wrong, but I saw that it wasn't gonna happen the way I wanted it to. So I came down and I put some seeds in the ground in this spot here, and now 2 months later, beautiful amaranth. So I'm very happy that I did this, because I'm still gonna, with this, I'll have more than enough amaranth for all my needs.
So are you saying that you have too much amaranth?
No, there's no such thing as too much amaranth, Ian. I don't pinch my amaranth at all. What I do is instead I very, very heavily seed the amaranth, and that means that the stalks are a little bit skinnier. So let me pick a big long stem on this one and show you. So this, you can see it's not super crazy. If I was to do, only one amaranth plant per hole in the fabric, this would be like a monster stalk. It would have this huge amount. By putting, a dozen in every single hole, I get these nice, easy to work with stems. And then, but I only get one pick on it. So I can pick it like the sunflower, pick it wherever I want for length. This here is a good example of what I'm doing with it. You can see there's like lots of little, it's like a little carpet. This is, I put a lot of seeds in, I'm not gonna thin it. Lots in one single hole. Aren't they pretty? I love the green, the light green and the pale pink. Such a pretty combo. Nice big one. Isn't that pretty? Some pretty good stems on this now. Definitely good for using in the bouquets. I love these like soft, all this apricot that I did. The color's so unique.
Okay, I'm gonna go pack the truck.
I'm still on this.
It's about 6:20 and it's time to make some bouquets. Every week it's kind of fun to use something that's new or something that's different. Obviously she has to make something with this lettuce. We got some of these droopy amaranths that are so cool. The anise hyssop, Serina says we've had it, but it definitely hasn't looked this stunning until this week.
There's one other new thing that I have available in the room today, and that is you, Ian.
No! I don't actually mind.
Everyone wants to see you make a bouquet, Ian.
I will make a bouquet, but I'm gonna need a little bit of help.
Ian's always so quick to tell me how beautiful everything is and how many options I have, and I should do this and I should do that. So he obviously has lots of ideas, so I'm interested to see what he does when he is the one to put this together. Oh, kisses, Bo. Do you know your flour math?
Well, I definitely don't know my flour math. Well, you do tell me what the prices of everything is, but I don't always listen. I don't always listen. The idea behind flour math is if you have a $20 bouquet, then from our perspective, we're putting $20 worth of value in flowers towards it. So I don't know, my flour math would say that this is worth $2.50, $2.
Yeah.
I just keep putting in bits until I reach the $20. And if I'm good at putting the bits in, then when I get to that $20 point, it's like a nice looking bouquet. The bouquet is supposed to kind of enhance the value. The arranging is value as well, but the flowers have individual value that needs to add up to 20.
This is your pop quiz. You know not to just put an infinite number.
Yeah, that's cheating. That's cheating ourselves. I know you always kind of build the greenery, like a little structure from it. Well, let's try some of this anise hyssop. Now, this is the hard part for me, is like the height. Where do I put this fan?
And then if you can do not a fist, but like fingers, so that it can open up a bit more. So see how all the stems are going straight?
Yeah.
Like the way to hold it up a bit higher, and then kind of like think like this, so that there's like a bit of movement.
I love these corals.
Sometimes holding the flowers out more rather than up makes them easier to hold.
I really like these colors together. I think that this is something that would grab somebody's eye. They're like, whoa, that's fun. I want to put some status in here. I think it needs
It's looking very pretty.
a fluffing, but you know, to me, it looks a little small. Looks like maybe I would have benefited from putting a bit of.
Are you done?
No, I think at this point the cosmos around the outside would do what I wanted to do. How do I work with this?
I put them up a little bit higher because they're floppy.
I just don't understand how this is gonna fill my vision, being so floppy. I'm sorry, Cosmos.
I mean, you could look for ones that are less floppy.
It's not exactly doing what I want with that white. I was hoping for some of the pink ones, but they all seem to be the branching ones. I think if I could have redone it, I maybe would have made some more space in the inside, maybe a bit more anise hyssop.
Is this what you've created? Is this?
I don't really like it. Well, I bet I'm pretty close to being there for money. I'm not feeling the cohesive vision on this. The cosmos aren't doing what I want them to do.
I feel like you're there. You've handled it wrong. The issue isn't what you have created. The issue is what you.
The execution.
Yeah. This is your one-off.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is what doesn't match. The cosmos match. You totally changed this by taking out this, which is like a really bright, whereas like everything else, you know, the purple, and then putting this in, you know, and now your color palette is like more into the pastels, right? Now it's matching the coral and the lavender. You've crammed your anise hyssop in here, which you really didn't need to because there's a lot of stems there. Your straw flowers have disappeared, you know, whereas they're subtle, so they need to come up, right? Like same with the status, you know, all that stuff will get lost if you put it below the zinnias. Instead of doing the cosmos last, I would have done like, I probably would have used status last, right? Because it's quite stiff, and then it'll cage the cosmos in, right? And then the cosmos can kind of move more into the center of the bouquet, you know, where they can, you know, do their cosmo thing. What about that?
Good work, me.
But is that like, that's like what you were trying to make happen?
Yeah, I mean, the color palette has changed. I was kind of going for that fun, you know, I like the fin of red, but yeah,
I mean,
that's a better structured bouquet. How much value do you see there?
You know, I think you're right. I think this is like, you know, $20 bouquet. Mm-hmm. I think what was happening is you were trying to hold it upright and your flowers are just dropping down, you know, whereas I hold it like this and they're kind of like balanced on my hand. That's the reason why I don't have to squeeze tight, right? Because they're just balanced across with the stem. And I will say there's no wrong, right? Just because.
Well, there is a one type of wrong.
Not selling.
Not selling.
Yeah. It's not like it's wrong what you were doing.
Yeah.
You know, you can do whatever you want. Right? Someone will like it. Good luck.
Give me a grade. What's my mark?
Apprentice. You are not a journeyman.
No.
I can't trust you on a job site unaccompanied.
Well, in that case, I'm going to leave this to you.
It's 9 o'clock and I just have a little bit of stuff still to throw into the truck. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Serina has already got a bunch of bouquets done. The kids are asleep, the food is all harvested. So things are feeling like, you know, it's not gonna be a crazy night. It'll probably be one of our earlier nights. So that is also exciting because, you know, it'd be nice to get some sleep before one of these markets. This is what we got for peppers right now. So it looks like we got lots of the greens and reds. That's enough. But we should get some of the yellow ones. After you. This one's for me. Looks good. It's so smoky out there that there's no way that it's going to be a crazy busy market, right? There'll still be people coming and they'll be shopping for their groceries or, you know, getting out of the house, but there will be people who are staying home. So there's no sense in bringing down too much. This is a good pepper. When it sweetens up with the color, it's just perfect. Approved.
So the harvest is officially done, which means we did survive harvesting without the walk-in cooler, which we knew we would. We've done this before, you know, for years. We've only had the walk-in cooler for a few weeks now. One of the things that kind of complicated the whole no walk-in cooler thing though is for aftermarket. Normally we go out there, we pick everything that's ready, we pick lots, and then we store what doesn't sell at the market in the walk-in cooler. We had to be a lot more cautious about what we're picking today because we really think this is gonna be a stinky market. We, you know, still $1,000 a bust, but I don't think this is gonna be breaking any records. And so when that food that doesn't sell comes back to us, because so much of our food hasn't been selling, we need to have a solution for storing it until we can get it to the food bank on Tuesday morning. So, you know, we'll see how this goes. The chaos of no walk-in cooler is not officially over yet. Let's make some bouquets. Glads are like 50 cents a stem, grocery store, no one likes them, flowers. Here, what we bought is super expensive Glad bulbs and they don't overwinter. So this is like a one and done. So I definitely need to charge a lot more than what people buy them at the grocery store.
Now that you've sold it so well.
I don't know. You said people were walking around with Glad and sunflower bunches.
Yeah.
I suspect they were like one of the cheaper, like in the height of the summer, there ends up being like really low priced bouquets that come to the market. You know, stuff like $5 bouquets that are just like massive and overflowing. I suspect they were probably, you know, one of those like $5 bouquet type things from what you were saying. So I don't know that I want to do a sunflower and Glad bouquet if I can't make it look better.
Can you make it look better?
I don't know. What I am going to make tonight, because I keep saying it, I know you guys are non-believers. I know you guys are like, Serina, your stupid lettuce garbage looks so bad and I hate it. But it looks so good when I use it as filler. It really is fun to play with. So I think that we should throw something together with these lettuce filler craziness just so I can try to prove my point here. This is a lot to work with, but maybe I'll make something really tall, or I don't know, maybe the Glads with it. We do like one of these, all of Serina's favorite stuff. I guess we'd have to not put glads in it if it was all of Serina's favorite stuff. You're making the I don't see the vision face.
It could happen. You can pull it together. The amaranth might be needed in there.
Let's do like a weird one. We'll see.
Put a glad on there.
Okay, let's put some glads in here. Right? I don't know. Okay, I'm kind of liking the glads in it.
Yeah, I like.
But I don't know about the brown. Maybe the brown is wrong. Do some of the green grass. The lettuce is really big, so it actually is like kind of working with the glads. We could throw some sunflowers in there. You know what I need? I need white sunflowers.
Yeah.
I thought I had some. That would...
Yeah, that would definitely work.
I don't know.
That looks like it's the only one.
I could probably go out right now and find them.
Okay, let's do it.
You actually think we should go do it?
Well, it would only take a second.
Yeah, sunflowers are super fast. Okay, let's go see if we can find some white sunflowers. I'm sure there's lots, right? Because it's like, I probably just didn't pick them because I had enough. Okay, masks on.
Gearing up.
This whole row here is just starting to open. You know, like there probably was only one or two yesterday, and today there's lots. So we're for sure, no problem. We're committed. We're committed to this idea, Ian. Watch, like not a single one of them sell.
No, I think that these will sell. Get back to it.
Our friend's still happy. We're back, and we have what we need now. Back to where we left off. Adding sunflowers into this. Like that?
Yeah, I think that seems right. Are you gonna clip the glads or are you gonna leave it?
No, I'm gonna leave it. Right? Because there's like stuff going on up there. That's the money.
That's looking pretty $20 to me.
This one's gonna be difficult to wrap. Because it's so tall.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking the white will look good with the coral. And then I also have the purple glads, and then I'll do this with the yellow.
I'm going to bed, and I'll see you in the morning.
Hopefully not.
Not you. You. I got everything packed up for the market. It was pretty tough to do this week because Serina, she made a lot of flowers, and we got a bunch of new buckets this week, so she didn't have any sort of constraints on the number of buckets she could use. I had one more bucket than I could fit inside the truck.
Lots of flowers. But these ones up here, these glad bouquets, they're tough. I hope
I didn't snap any stems because the bucket was just massive. Hard to find any inside space there for them to fit. Now I gotta close this door without squishing these zinnias.
so cool, eh?
Yeah, and they take like bigger baskets that they can take treats.
It's 8 o'clock and the market is just opening up. Hello.
Hello.
I think the market stand looks amazing today. Last week I was going for the best looking stand that we've ever put together, but I think this week I might have surpassed last week's stand. So far it's a little stronger of a market than last week because even though it just opened up, we've already sold 80 bucks. It's 10:40 and we sold about 650 bucks. So we still have a shot at making that $1,000 market, but the sales have to continue because we're going through our kind of like main rush of the market right now. So flowers are starting to sell. The veggies, again, they're being pretty slow, but you know, they still look good. And we've got enough this week to keep everything stocked up really well. So I think I'm gonna have like a full display of veggies right to the end.
I love to wear feathers.
Market's all done now. I got rushed super hard for half hour, 45 minutes. It was just steady and we sold through our flowers really well. I think I have about 5 or 6 bouquets left, but that's pretty good because we came down with 48. So, you know, that's bordering on sellout territory. We talk a lot about how the veggies haven't been selling as well this year, but to be fair, one of these buckets filled with bouquets can be like, you know, $120 worth of value, whereas, you know, I could put out $120 worth of veggies across the table and it fills up the entire table. We sold, I think we're at about $1,330 right now, so it's a really solid market.